like let's I don't know. Let's say uh uh alright. I like the purple. Purple. Alright, here we go. Yeah, we're good. Slow. Normal. Alright. Volume down. Alright. Now, so, this, yeah, first off, I said this already. I don't know if anyone ever really saw the comment anywhere, but I'm gonna get back to streaming. So, pretty much, in this stream, I just wanted to sort of dedicate it just talking about um, Battlefield, and I'll either do it alone or there might be some people that join. So, we'll see. But anyways, this has definitely been something that I've kind of talked about on different streams, but I've never made a specific video with that intention. Also, I just kind of feel like playing Battlefield, so um, I wouldn't say I'm like a fan of Battlefield. I like the game a lot, but I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I don't know all the extra little details. I like the games for what they are. I've only played 3, 4 hardline, and then I think I played a little bit of Bad Company too, when I was like a child though. But that's it. Like that, I think that's all I played of Battlefield. And then I played like Star Wars Battlefront and stuff like that. So I guess I'm pretty fresh to the series. I'm not like those long time Battlefield YouTubers, or like you you guys know who I'm talking about if you follow Battlefield. But I just kind of I guess I follow it casually now. Um, and this has been this is something I want to talk about, but just what's the next Battlefield game? Like a bunch of people are saying it's going to go back to modern. It's going to be Bad Company 3. Um, I'm cool with modern actually. Like it could be like it could be like modern as in like 2020 something, or it could be like 2030 or 2040 or 2050, or even further past that, like in the future. But or it could be modern as in 2019, 1999 or something. Let me join a party so I don't have to. Oh wait, I'm already in one. Okay, yeah. So it could be like that. So but let me see. Let's join a match. Let's join a server. Thug Quebec. Some of these server names, man. Captain Dix, kill 'em all. Uh, mm. Linking. I don't know. Let's. I don't think I'm gonna find anything super. I don't know. Let's quick match. I guess I'll just do a quick conquest. You know, let's do that. Community operations. I think they should have continued this. They just stopped. They had the night maps. They had like they had all this stuff going. Like, all right. So all right, I'm gonna get in a match and then I'm gonna talk. That's what I'm gonna do. Or so first, all right. First off, all right. Because I'm playing Battlefield 4. I'm gonna talk about this game. I'm gonna specifically talk about Battlefield 4 right now. First off, I think they should have continued. They should have continued working on the game. I understand, like they probably had to, like, you know, it's developers, people that work on the game, and there has to be, you know, money that goes into that, and you know, prioritizations, you know, prioritizing stuff. Hello? Oh shit. Oh, that's. Wait, is that in the game? Oh yeah, I guess it is. They can't hear me though. So it's all good. Yeah, but it's kind of weird. I hear them in the game, but I'm not even in the. Wait, I wanted to. Oh, that's what I get. Yeah, but I may have to get rid of the side comments, but I kind of want to keep it. But yeah, so yeah, like this game had a lot going for it. Like even after the time it was supposed to be, I think that they should have someone just kept working on it. Like I think that's him. Yeah. Boom. You think you're something.
Oh, it's a better gunner.
But hope these guys don't get in my way.
You're a better gunner?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna get pilot. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
can't
stop
really
with
fly
these
with
guys.
a ship, so somebody good gets up there, I'll try my best.
Alright, let's get the cover. Guy.
Good job, Harris.
But yeah, so this game, alright, Battlefield 4 is good. Alright. You know what? No. Before you even talk about Battlefield, let's go to Battlefield 3. I started playing. I was introduced into Battlefield in 2012. That's when I bought the game. I didn't buy it. Someone else got it for me, but that's when I got into the series. I got into Battlefield in 2012. I think I was 12 at the time. Oh, what? No one saw this guy? You fool.
up.
Oh my. Yeah, but yeah, I was like, I was like 12, 13 at the time when I got the game.
And I jumped up by
and I remember looking at it in a Game Informer. That's when I first saw the game, and I was like,
somebody else jump in? Oh hell no!
I was like, this is amazing. Like the you know, the graphics, like what they were trying to do. Their whole thing was like, for Battlefield 3 was being super realistic, and that was attractive as a game. Like I'm just like, whoa, like me growing up, I'm just like man, that's like it just looked really good.
You got a better gun here.
Like when I found out the game was like open world and you could like sort of, you know, like it's open world as in like, all right, I could jump off. And it's like I can't explore all that, but you know,
I thought I made the missile. We ended up getting hit.
That was really cool, you know. So I think like yeah, 2012. which was a year after the game released, I got the game. And I started playing it, and that was honestly, playing Battlefield 3 was that was like, even to this day, that's one of the best games I've ever played. It just is, like, it's nothing that really comes in comparison with those memories and feelings of, you know. And I think what I liked about Battlefield 3 was that it felt solid, like it wasn't. It felt like an action film. You know, there were tanks, there were jets. The music was cool. It had this sort of cool lens flare edge to it, and I love that. You know, I love the aesthetics. So yeah, from there, like I played Battlefield 3 a lot. I was playing Transformers, War for Cybertron. I was playing on PS3, so I didn't have to have a PC.
Bad Johnny?
That was pretty much all I did. I just played games, and you know, I kind of, I don't know, like I don't regret my past, but I wonder if things were different how they would. You know, I think it's all right. But back to the point, Battlefield 3 is good as shit. That was my start. Yeah, that was pretty much my start to online gaming as well. It wasn't just that; it was my start to online gaming. Like before that time, I was not allowed to play online. Like, it was weird because it's like some personal stuff, but I like moved out with my mom or whatever, and you know, before I was like living with more people, and moved out, and you know, she was, I pretty much just convinced her, like, I was like, hey, like, you know, like, online isn't bad. I mean, like, it can be, but you know, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You know, because when they thought online gaming, pretty much they just thought of all the things that the media would say, like oh, like you know, like, oh, you know, your child is being exposed to hyper-violence and all, like, you know, all this other stuff, and it's making them more this and more that, you know. And that's true to some extent, but not really, because most of the people that do things according, like, to what they say with like oh, it was caused by video games, already have issues to begin with. So it's not really about, it's never about the game. It's always about get right. It's never about the game. It's always about the mic's on, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
There's another one.
It's never about the game. It's always about the people behind it.
I'm not a good pilot.
Playing it.
I'm a jet pilot, not a heavy.
What's their mindset? You know, what are they thinking? You know, and you know, maybe, like, to some extent, the game does play a role, because I mean, it is violent.
Oh, I'm so comfortable to play something that I'm not good at.
I feel like kids should not be playing open world game. I will say that. Like, I think once you're, like, mature enough, you know. I feel like maturity isn't really shown by age, because I know kids that are.
You know what I just do? Is just
I've seen kids that are like,
like
probably like 10 or 11 and are like quite mature, but then you have kids that are like that, but and really aren't, and they probably shouldn't really be playing that type of stuff too often. So that's kind of my take on it. But anyway, yeah, that was my start to Battlefield. So after that time, I think when I had Battlefield 3, I didn't, I got like one DLC. I got, what was it? It was, Close Quarters DLC. That was the one DLC pack I got, and it was really good. Where are they? No! Oh, really? Alright. But, yeah, so, what was I saying?
Attack
Yeah,
alley right
but
in front of us.
the
So far forward, to the
oh my freaking crap.
He's hiding.
I haven't played this game in a minute. I forgot the recoil patterns. But
I think he's hit.
like
I think
I gotta get new
they
controller.
so good.
But, yeah, but yeah, but
That's heavy on the way behind us.
you know, so Battlefield is just sort of at the top of my as a gamer. It's still a game that I you know, it's a game I want to see kind of be successful.
Whoa!
And
I
sorry,
don't know how the hell that didn't do damage.
like, you know, it's something that I like because of what it is. You know, you're fighting a battle in these cool environments, destructible environments, open world destructible environments. So what else? All right, so we talked about Battlefield 3. All right, so after 3, I remember like years later they showed 4, and I think the year they showed 4, I was like in 7th grade, so
Oh, he's running.
I was still there. You know, I was still in middle school, so I remember it was like I think it was like June or something, or May,
Oh, he's mad.
April. It was like some early time, but I remember there was there were 2 reveals for Battlefield. There was one that was for the campaign, which was like the fishing in Baku or whatever. Which was like, when I first saw that, I was mind blown. I didn't believe that was I thought it was like real life or something like at that time. Those cinematics looked real life, and I think if they could find a way to make the game look like that, it'd be awesome. But yeah, the fishing in Baku trailer came out. That was like the grand reveal, and it was like I still think that's like low key one of the best Battlefield missions for Battlefield like 4. Probably is the best one. But yeah, that mission was like really cool. So yeah, there was that, and then there was like I think like some months later, or I'm pretty sure it was during E3.
Oh, see. All right, enemy helicopter taking off the
I'm pretty sure during E3 there was that's where they revealed the multiplayer.
Both of them up.
And the multiplayer was it was this map. And again, I think this is still one of the better maps because I feel like they made things a certain way to be presented. So fishing in Baku and Siege of Shanghai are like, you know, best mission, best map. Sort of to, I feel like it was sort of to show off what the game is capable of, you know, in the Frostbite engine type of thing. This isn't PlanetSide. Alright, yeah, but there's a guy shooting at me. I don't even know where he's shooting.
Here's your med kit. Pick it up.
So you think you're gonna steal our helicopter? He must be dumb as fuck.
Damn, these guys are kind of messed. But yeah, so yeah, Battlefield 4, the multiplayer. It was something about the multiplayer when I first saw it. It looked really clean, and no, it wasn't just clean. It was like the guns looked smooth and kind of futuristic, and you know, it sort of had a different aesthetic. It just had I think the thing about Battlefield 4, it has this super it's too polished. You know, Battlefield 3 was gritty. You know, there was dirt. You know, your weapon almost somewhat like some weapons looked a little makeshift, I guess. Well, not makeshift, not sure. Mother F. You know, but you know, Battlefield 3 was more gritty. You know, like the explosions it was more debris. It was just more stuff happening. This game, I feel like the only problem is that it in my opinion, it just looks so polished. looks a little too clean, you know, and you know, it needs to look realistic, but I think she still has that. She has something to it. So I think that was it for Battlefield 4. So that came out, and I think by this time I'm in 8th grade. You know, it's about to be no, because wait, no.
Watch out, they got anti-air mine.
Wait, no, that's no wait. I'm trying to think.
Go behind building.
I think killed him with a flashbang.
Took out the anti-air.
But what's it called, man? I'm really trying to think. Guess what? I'm about to find out. Oh shit! Don't see me. Please don't see me, motherfucker! Woo! Alright, look out. How about? No, but okay. We're getting sidetracked.
Alright, he did.
Yes. So
Enemy helicopter.
I'm trying to remember where I was exactly when I got Battlefield 4. So I don't think there was a whole bunch of stuff on it. I remember the E3. They had boats. That was a big deal. Boats, you know, water combat. I think that's still sort of a big deal in gaming because it's not too many games that have solid water combat that are at least like mainstream. So.
Here he comes. Get him.
Yeah.
Light him up. Oh, they're not up there.
So, let's see. This game is just fucking amazing. What else?
Alright, enemy helo taking up the base.
There should be able to be a third man in the tank, but you know, that's just.
He jumped out. He knows. They both jumped out. They know. They know already.
Really? Okay, but yeah, but that guy got me.
Oh, I got way too low on that one.
Alright, that's all. He's good.
They're dead.
Alright, Charlie's going down. Enemy transport chopper on the way.
But what am I trying to say? Yeah, so I know. Okay, so 2013 is when the PS4 came out. I got Battlefield 4 in 2013. That's when it came out in 2013 because I was in. No! No! Wait!
That dog's back.
Wow. My freaking my left sticks are just, this whole controller is kind of fucked. I'm sorry. It doesn't work good, but yeah, so I got my PS4 in 2013, and I actually wasn't expecting to get one right away, but I got it during Christmas.
Don't stay down to the
holiday season. That time of the year. Yeah, that's when I got it. And
watch out for their.
now before that, I don't remember. My PS3 died during like late in the summer. I think my PS4 died. My PS3 died. It probably didn't. I probably gave it away, and it's kind of sad. I think I just gave it away. I think my HDMI cord was broken, but that's my fault. It's like some dumb thing I did. So pretty much what happened was, I gave my PS4 to GameStop, my PS3 to GameStop.
Watch out for the helo.
It was it worked at GameStop, but me being kind of stupid, I didn't say anything. I just sat there and was like, oh. PS4 comes out anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. So I just pretty much gave away my PS3, even though it still
Normally I'm
worked.
not
I
as good
think
as
the
the
cord, the HDMI cord didn't work. That was the only thing, but that sort of yeah, I was kind of sad after that. So, but I wasn't that sad because like I was able to focus in school. So that happened. Pretty much, I wasn't playing any games for an extended period of time. So like you know, the whole beginning of high school was I was sort of just focused on school stuff. Yeah, and then you know, yeah. So then Battlefield 4 came out. Holiday, I think, right? Was it? When was it? Yeah. It was like holiday. It was like November, October times. I got it, and it wasn't. All right, I'm gonna be real rap. Battlefield 4 wasn't super mind-blowing to me. It like I think it was really cool at the time, but it wasn't like it didn't give me that Battlefield 3 rush. It was just sort of. It was just like. It was obviously a game that I really enjoyed and I like to play it. But I really enjoyed it and I like to play it, but it wasn't Battlefield 3. It wasn't Battlefield 3. It didn't have that same vibe, that same sort of epicness. You know, so that's what really set those two games apart. Was like, you know, and I'm not saying this game is bad because it's really good. Like it's a lot of things in the environment. Like this map alone is amazing. It's a feat. You know, it's a city map, and you know it's like a solid size city map. It's like a few blocks, I guess. Or 8 blocks and 2, 3.
Listen up, enemy boat south of your location.
What? I killed them with the defibrillator? Why these guys got tanks? I don't have. Oh, wait. He's up. Oh. He said, "Why hot? How about the 8 Yeah, but now I can think. So, yeah, so that happened. Let's move on to the topic of. Yeah, so that's sort of my history, and then yeah, so that's sort of my brief history of Battlefield. No. After that, after 4, so I played 4 until the end of its life cycle, and I still play it every now and then. Hardline came out, and Hardline. I don't like Hardline. It was good, sort of, and I'll say it was good because it was doing something different. And I guess it was successful at it, but it was a big step away from the series. It was just sort of like, you know, we're doing something different. And I have the game. I have it here with me. I haven't played it in a long time, but like it's not military. I think that's what's the difference. I sort of like the game. I think if it felt I don't know, it feels a little too cartoonish or something for me, from my stand. It's just something about it. It just feels more animated. But that game was all right. I did have some good times. That was an interesting time period, you know, when that came out.
You in?
No, I'm not.
I'm still here.
Let me stop. No.
We'll put it on the counter.
Yeah, but that was like very interesting time period.
Just go to the top of the building.
So, you know, 1 out of 10, I'll give it a 5 for me. Like, and I'll give it a 5 because it was enjoyable. It wasn't like just completely whack. Wait. It wasn't completely like booty.
How the fuck you up right now?
I think the thing with it is
Oh yeah, he's done.
the thing
Sergeant
with
Nugget
it.
too. Hate that guy. I'll get the transport.
Guess what?
Alright, I'm
Turn that,
closing in.
turn the VoIP down, bro.
He did exactly what I wanted him to do.
Yeah, there you go. Don't gotta hear them bulls. All right, so I'll support them though, but you know, I'm not gonna.
咱们的目标是什么？完毕。
Yeah, so Hardline was it was very interesting. I think the big thing was the, you know, the vehicles had you could shoot all vehicles because it was, you know, you were playing as like law enforcement and you were playing as like criminals. So you know, cars could, like, you know, there were cars, there were bikes, there were helicopters, but everything could be shot at with guns and it would do damage. That's one thing I feel should be in Battlefield, which kind of, I'm surprised it wasn't in 4. They were probably thinking about it, but it's just the fact of being able to shoot a vehicle, any vehicle, and it does some small increment of damage, you know. So I think that should be a thing, you know, in the next Battlefield. It's like something subtle, but it's just, you know, if I shoot a vehicle, if I shoot a tank with a 50 cal, what's gonna happen? Like, you know, almost had him. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I shoot any type of gun with something, it should react a little different according to whatever, you know. You know, if I shoot like what I like about 4 is like, all right, like I shoot this rock or concrete and it breaks apart, you know. Even though it sort of breaks apart in a predictable manner, it still breaks apart and it looks pretty dynamic, you know. Shoots it and it crumbles and it falls and it, you know. I think if the pieces lasted a little longer, but you know, it's like processing power and shit, but all these things I don't know about. But you know, that type of stuff is important. If I shoot something and it reacts a certain way, I feel like if I shoot a car, even an armored vehicle, it should, you know, like I am like, obviously, even though it's armored, it doesn't mean it's indestructible. It just means it has a higher resistance against certain things. But what does that really mean? You know, like if you shoot like a window, you know, but it's bulletproof. You know, technically the bulletproof can break. Technically it could break, but it just requires a lot for it to actually break. So I think that there should be more things implemented like this, and it's kind of, it's sort of minor, but just having a sort of like a well, it's not minor, but I guess sort of having almost like a universal destruction thing where like this should be like, I think like certain, like I think all objects should be able to be destroyed. There should be some. Alright, maybe this stairwell can be cracked. Like I think it should be more like almost all of the little things in the game should be able to be. I don't know what that really takes to have a game that's fully destructive. I'm sure they can manage it though. You know, having all the objects be breakable, like have this thing be breakable. I don't know. Freaking shitero. Hello, bruh. Really? Bruh. This man's name. Yeah, so alright, so I played Hardline. The story was alright. It did have, I forgot it had a story. The story was alright. Speaking of story, I didn't talk about 3 or 4 story. 3 story, I enjoyed 3 story. It was if it was like this guy, you're playing as like Sergeant, or I don't know what his name was, Blackburn. You're playing as him, and he's like sort of being interrogated by some dudes, by some like detectives or whatever. And I forget what they're trying to do. They're trying to like oh shit. Hey. Yo. What's good, man? Be like, hey. Okay. I see. Well, well, first off, how are you doing? But before that, I'm streaming. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Stump said. I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm streaming, but I'm sitting here sort of just talking to myself about Battlefield, like Battlefield 6. So I'm just like, huh? Yeah, I'm on Battlefield 4 right now, but I'm just I'm pretty much just like I just want to make a stream where I could just spew out my thoughts about Battlefield and just talk Battlefield. Yeah. So like.
Appears to be an enemy helicopter. Drones on the location.
Yeah. So like I don't want to just like I want to like still talk, but I don't want to like run your ear dry, like, but be like so in this wait in this discussion I was pretty much just talking about like where I'm at. Well, no, not where I'm at. I was talking about Battlefield 3 and 4, like just my brief history, what I know about it, you know, why I like it, and I'm trying to kind of just talk about those and then sort of move up to like Battlefield 6, you know, what I want to see, things like that. So yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. But how are you doing? You said you're like it's a lot going on. Or you're tired? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Putting in the work, man. That's like a good thing. A really good thing. Putting in the work, and you know, you'll have days when you're like really tired, but it'll most certainly pay off in some way or another. Yes. You will. It must. Grab the word, but like, just. Yeah, but. Oh man. But yeah. 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 You first. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so what's it called? Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, 5, 6. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, so 4's story was kind of weird. It wasn't bad or anything. I feel like it was kind of pieced together. It wasn't, it was alright. I kind of, you're back? Be like, I need somebody to talk to so I don't sound crazy. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm just, but I don't know. Stump sad, but yeah, but damn, yeah, but what was I gonna say? I had a pretty decent day. Like, if anything, I feel like if I feel like I probably should, like, I like went to sleep midday, and that didn't mess me up or anything, but I feel like I could have done just a little bit more. I went, well, I guess a nap, both. Yeah, I took a nap. You know what? I didn't get a whole bunch of sleep last night, but I like I got home at like 12 something, like you know like 12 1-ish. I got home, and then yeah, and then I did that, and then I just kind of came home and sort of just like I had all this energy. I was like, yo, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do all this stuff, and like I kind of ended up like I ate a good behind omelet, and I like laid my ass down. I put like spinach in that joint. It was dumb good. 2 days. 2 days. Um. Yeah. But um. One other thing about work before I go back to like Battlefield, or you know, we talk about something else. My manager there, they said like, hey, we can relocate you to another store, so like we still kind of want to keep in contact with you, which is a good thing. Um, even yeah, there is. I didn't even think about that, but they were like one of my managers, she like understands like you know, like obviously, you know, she knows I don't want to be there like super long. Like I talked to her about that, but she's like, you know, until you like find a solid job, you know, we could like relocate you there when you go to like you know, I told her I'm like going to move and stuff, so you know, um, so yeah, so yeah, yeah, like but so be like so in other news, the choice is yours. No, no. I looked at that joint earlier today. I was just like, it's like a banned episode. What the heck? Freaking mannequin just flies out of the corner. Yeah. Okay. I think that oh. I think that was in like season 1 or 2, cause but they took it off of the they took it off. It's banned, so I think it was like at the I swear I saw it. I swear I saw it on a make it. No, I swear I saw it on a on TV a while back, cause I remember seeing that part after the end of like an episode or something, and it was just like Smo was like, I don't I don't got no milk, no cookies, no nothing. It's just like, bruh, like no, but just like we cannot do this. Yeah, it's like, bruh. But all these bulls, like, yeah, it's like, it's just like a creep, like a literal creep. What the heck, man? All these guys on the, yeah, it is sad. It's people like him, like in that interview, he just like, I need, like, I need booty more than you need water. It's like, bro, like, what? It's just like stupid, like, and it's sad because it's true. Predator. Yeah, they're making fun of it, but it is serious shit. Really serious shit. Like, but but yeah. So with Battlefield, it's like what's it called? Well, I was talking about. I was on Hardline, and I was like, you know, that one it didn't suck. Like I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't. It wasn't. It's not Battlefield. Yeah, it didn't feel Battlefield. That's exactly what it is. Like it's a step away from the series. They should have just called it something else instead of tarnishing Battlefield's name. Like if it was like you know, cops versus robbers, the game. I don't know, like anything else, some other trademark would have been easier than calling it Battlefield. But you know, what was I gonna say? But pretty much though, I feel like they should have still continued for the DLC for 4 because they had all these like night maps laid out, but I guess because of you know, like that's people that have to work on that, you know, that's people you gotta pay, all this other stuff. Wait, damn, my aim is nope. People still play this regularly, that's the thing. So like yeah, so that's the other thing. So Battlefield 1 was like that joint was good. I just didn't at that time. I didn't feel like playing Battlefield, so it was literally yeah. Wow.
敌军坦克被我们发现了，
Wow.
发现了敌兵，
Wow. So wow.
敌军的轻型坦克被我发现了，
Yeah. Like one, I think what I feel like they shouldn't have just done. Okay, one was like good. I honestly don't have any complaints about it at all. Like, yeah, that's like it's nothing really about it. I guess that I could. Yeah. Yep, that's the big thing. Yeah, like so. It was weird because at that like between when Hardline came out and when one came out, that was like sort of my hiatus. Like I wasn't playing Battlefield a whole lot. Like I guess I played 4 a lot, but like I wasn't playing like I didn't get the. I wasn't playing Hardline and 1 at all because I was just sort of uninterested because they were so different. They were so different from just the modern stuff. So I kind of just said F it, you know, like I'll just wait until they make a futuristic one. Hopefully that's after. I was like, hopefully that's after 1, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, so then so 5 came out and I just don't give anything about it. It's cash grab, I feel. Yeah. Some of the like I feel like graphically it was slightly lower. Like there were details in it that yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 1 was good. 3 wasn't the best, but the theme of it was really good. It was just like it kind of reminded me of like if Michael Bay made a movie, like it would be Battlefield 3. Like it would be that like that same aesthetic of like lens flare, you know, dirt, debris, like all the all the things that make Transformers really cool because it has that sort of detail and like the I don't know, the explosions and things. But so this is like legit. Like I've never streamed this, and I guess just talked about what I specifically want from the next Battlefield games or next game, but I did, yeah. But I think all right. So like first off, be like, what do you want? What do you want, my guy? What do you truly want from the bottom of your heart, nigga? Oh! I'm sorry. Wait, before you say this, are you like, can people hear you? Yeah, oh. Yeah, like you still talk to, yeah, that's the thing. I just want to make sure like people can like hear what you're saying, so it's like not just one-sided and I'm just like, oh yeah, man, oh yeah, so you just oh, crap. I'm being attacked by a helicopter. Yes, got it. Ah, almost got it. This bull's all bouncing around. Verification. Be like, yeah. War Daddy John. What the? Hoo-ha. Hoo-ya Hopkins. Nutella from Hella. No, Josh. You said door what? Door Daddy? What? Wait, what'd you say? It has. It's highly. To where just like. Nah. Like that just think I just think of like a fallen bull when air pop, like just some bull sitting in the
I think
couch.
Popper.
That's
what I'm gonna say. Popper instead of Daddy, because
no, I said when I think of pop, I think of like a big bull sitting in a chair, like the fallen dude.
Oh no!
Like I'm Papa,
like, that's
man.
what I think of when I think Dad.
Like I think Dad.
That's what I hear.
Dad or father sounds like super formal.
Yeah, but that's kind of so white, all formal. Yeah.
Father. Be like,
wait, this ain't Star Wars.
Oh.
They can hear me.
People hear you now? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So what I want out of Battlefield, okay, this is just my personal wants,
Yes.
but I think I would love to have a map. No, first off, the game theme overall. Obviously, I do want it futuristic, but I want it futuristic in the fact where I want it to be almost like Advanced Warfare, but just without the extra mechanical movements. So pretty much the look and feel of it. And I remember like I feel like Battlefield can really pull that off. To be fair with you, especially because everything is so. Especially like if they made Battlefield 1. Made it run just like Battlefield 1, like the smoothness and the verticality, but just like themed like Advanced Warfare. I think that game would be super successful. And I really like, because I know the big thing they had in 1 that they did good was their sniping. And the best sniper I've ever had in a game was that sniper from Advanced Warfare. I think it was like a railgunny sniper or something. I forget the name of it, but that, if they can do something like that and put it in Battlefield, I think it would be hot. Now, as in terms of like what I want out of the game, like I just want it to be, you know, more futuristic weapons and stuff first off, and then, you know, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. This may not be a popular opinion, but I do think they should, like, you know, be more creative with their style in the game, because I don't think Battlefield's really had a game where they had like really deep customization.
Yes.
Where they're like, you can customize stuff, make your character look, or make your player look a certain way. You know, I would really enjoy that.
I agree.
Different colors and stuff.
I agree.
Not like Doom, but
yeah,
kind of similar to it. You know, super good.
Yeah. More options.
Yeah, more options.
I agree with that.
Yeah. One thing I do want from them out of their futuristic game, if they make one, is I want futuristic cities. You know, not like super crazy where they affect the gameplay, but like something like Dawnbreaker, but just like Tron-ish looking or something. That'd be an amazing map to play on. And I feel like, and not like super Tron-ish where it's like all black and nothing else, but like, you know, it's still like a common city. Maybe futuristic as in terms of like maybe what we would expect the year 2500, you know, 2500 to be, like something like that, where it's like it's futuristic, but it's not like, you know, super space age futuristic, just like a little future. So it's still like common day buildings and stuff, but they're just a little bit upgraded almost.
Yeah.
I think that would be a really well designed game if they could pull it off right, and not make, you know, obviously not like like I said it earlier, but have like a game almost like Advanced Warfare, but just not without the extra movements, and, you know, just normal base movements, ground movements. Maybe at most a little bit of wall running, but like not like double jump and all that. I'm talking like the least amount, like realistic human, because they're guys, they're soldiers, so they can obviously do that. You know, it's not like they're just like normal people where they're literally just running around and getting tired dumb easy. That's another thing. I want them to, you know, they're trained. You know, they're supposed to be trained. So I want them to be like real soldiers, where they can be, where they're more physically fit. You know, that's why I don't think it should be necessarily infinite run. I don't mind it infinite run, but I do think if they were being realistic about it, I think they would be like definitely more like in shape, you know, than most. And I also think that they could, yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, actually, but they be more in shape and that's pretty much it. You know, just good deep map design. Obviously, map, you know, like instead of just having tall. Like that's one thing I don't really like out of Battlefield right now, is because, and don't get me wrong, I don't think they should be like super detailed, but just a little more than they are now. They'll have like all these skyscrapers, and I think Call of Duty does it too now. But they'll have like a big tall building, and then it'll just pretty much be the ground floor and the roof. Like I think they can at least do maybe a few floors in the middle to make it like more.
Yeah.
That would be tough. Like almost like a map inside a map. But
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be super deep and intense. It's just
Like a
just
couple
enough.
levels of actual building, some office floors, you know, maybe
Yep.
like a gym inside, or I don't know, like a
Yeah,
basement, like
yeah.
just to have layers. Maybe it can be
That would
like
be
5 floors plus the roof.
And on top of all that, I could see them. This just came to me actually. And this is not something to build up, but I can see like, say for instance, they do like a map that's similar to Siege of Shanghai with more buildings, right?
Yeah.
But it's futuristic because it's a futuristic theme. I can imagine them also putting in the plain, like the normal version of that map. So say for instance, if it's New York City or Tokyo, I can imagine them doing the futuristic version of it, and then like kind of having like a thing where they have the old, like the normal, quote unquote normal version of that map.
Ah.
That would be just to have some versatility. Obviously, this game would still run the same and look the same, but it would just add that extra depth. Almost how, you know, I keep referencing Call of Duty, but almost how Modern Warfare has night maps, and you know, Battlefield does it too. But having similar to having night maps, but just having maps that are similar but just different themed. That would be tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that Battlefield can definitely pull that off.
Agreed. Maps do need a, like, the
solid
maps
upgrade.
do, yeah, like a huge upgrade, like full day, full night, full, like, just
Yeah.
full everything.
Definitely full day, full night. Obviously, those should be like basic things for any shooter, first-person shooter.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it should just be like a map thing. It shouldn't be like super hard to implement. It's just day and night, you know,
Yeah.
day through night.
Literally just change the lighting in it.
You know,
That's all.
yeah, like just move the sun and make the sky a certain way. You know, that's really it.
Yeah.
I think
Yep.
I feel like
There's probably
maps
more
should
to
have,
it, like on
yeah,
actual designing.
yeah, that most certainly. So I know
Nevertheless,
like
I don't
some
think it's-
game
I
engines.
still don't think it's like that
Yeah.
out of the way hard to do.
Yeah, like I know like for Battlefield they try to make it where like they say like all right, we're gonna make the weather interact with the lighting and with the thing, like with all these other things. So I don't know how they do it, but I think they should have more weather. I don't think it should just be
Yep, that's
rain,
even though that
you
is
know.
something I fully agree on. That was kind of your idea. You thought of that first, where the changing weather. That is a must.
Well, I guess I didn't really think about it first because I heard it
You
somewhere.
introduced me to it.
Yeah.
So that's how
Oh, yeah. Okay. But like
yeah,
I
it's
think
definitely
like
changing the weather.
like legit like it would be cool if it had day and night, but then like all right, it could rain. It's thunderclouds and it's thunder and lightning.
Snow and
Snow
all
and
of it.
you know. I think snow and ice will definitely be more difficult because that means you have to sort
Yeah.
of put that layer over things. But
Yeah.
I think if
I
they
can
could
imagine
find
them
a
having
way
it. Mhm.
to just
Go
sort of
ahead.
have natural weather where it could just fall on things and it'll just
Yeah.
be a certain way rather than them placing it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I can
Like,
imagine them. Yeah, I can imagine them like with ice. It'll just be a little bit slippery and like you'll slide or whatever more, and it'll be like not harder to shoot, but like it'll be on your little your optics. It'll be like the cusp of it because your weapon is going to be cold too.
oh
You know,
yeah.
it's not just going to be the ground and the atmosphere. That would be like just super detailed. And then like have adding snow on top of soldiers and stuff when they're
Oh
running. You
man.
know, that
Yeah.
would be dumb tough because it would just be realistic.
Imagine like you like you're like imagine there'd be like this is just like sort of extra, but just like spots of black ice, and like if you run on them, your character will
Yup.
fall or something.
Yeah.
It's like someone can get the drop on you, you know. Um,
Exactly.
I think that whatever they do, I feel like I love finishers. They need to do some more finisher
Yeah,
stuff.
executions and all that. Yep.
Maybe like they only have it with bayonets and knives and things. I feel like they
Yeah.
should expand and do like what like do something else that's believable. Like what else could you use? You know, a bat. I don't know. Like I don't know if a soldier would use a bat.
Weird.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, not necessarily, but you know, I wouldn't mind Battlefield kind of not being super strict with the soldiers. Not like as in terms of going off to something, but like being more. They can use bat because it's a weapon. That's what I mean. Not like
Yeah.
as in like not being, going off on a different theme.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like no superheroes or nothing like
Nah,
that.
nah.
Yeah.
You know what? If
But-
I think if they did have a bat, it would have to be in the environment where like you could like
Yeah,
maybe break open a case and you grab it and now you could like fight with it. I don't know, something.
Something like that.
Um,
Yeah.
so,
I'd
what
also
else?
think that to be fair with you, I like the way Call of Duty has their. And I keep referencing Call of Duty, but I feel like personally they're just making better moves this year with this game. But I like the fact that they have like upgradable weapons. I kind of feel like that adds more to the
Yeah.
game. So where instead of it just being a basic thing with you can change your optic, it's
like every little
you can
thing.
change your game style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that a
You
lot
change-
too.
yeah. Then it adds on more because that way it's not like an AK is not just an AK. It can be so much more than just an AK. It could be an AK like they have like in Modern Warfare they got like a shotgun attachment to it where it's like literally for your grip. It's a shotgun attachment, so it's pretty self-explanatory. But it's just so much more versatile, which henceforth I think makes their weapon. They don't have to have like 80 weapons, even though that's a good thing.
Yeah.
They don't have to have 80 weapons to have to make it feel like you have a lot of options.
Yeah. And I think the thing with Battlefield is that they do have customization, but they don't have like stocks or like I
Yeah.
should like all right like I should be able to like let me like look at it right now like all right so they give you like the optics accessory a barrel under barrel. I feel like they should have things like more some more things the magazine that's what Call of Duty has where it has the magazine the stock in the back and then each gun may have like its own type of thing. Yeah, and you mentioned the shotgun thing. The thing for Battlefield that kind of doesn't make sense is that they lock certain types of weapons to certain classes. So, like they have the they have the shotgun thing, but only the assault can use it.
only the
So I think that they should. I kind of want them to get rid of the classes because
Yeah, I was just about to say
Like,
that because
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like that kind of limits with your customization.
because I know in real life like soldiers are trained to do certain things, which is sort of
Yeah,
like
that's true.
that's sort of real, but I don't know like
Even though I kind of agree with you, on the other hand, though, it is kind of Battlefield's thing,
yeah.
to like have because every Battlefield I've played has always had that.
Yeah.
So I think it would be harder for them to do that.
And you know what? This is I think they should have. I think Battlefield should have some sort of kill streak and not. How do I put it?
Kill streaks is tough, but
Not like, I don't know. Like, it shouldn't be kill streaks where like you get kills, but it should be. There should be a way of like the collective of your team earning some type of special ability, or you know, some type of thing. So like maybe if you take base A, B, and C in succession, all right, like
you know what I could have,
you guys can get something. Like, I don't know.
You know what I could see? This is like kind of tying into you. I could see them making like a legitimate in-game reward system. So like you do something like, say for instance, you get I don't know, like how Call of Duty has 5 kills. Instead of it being a score streak, maybe you can get like a special skin. Even though that's already a thing, but I think you can get, they can do more than just skins. Obviously, they can do like, you know, just different things, different criteria throughout the game.
That would be really good, because like I could see like once you beat a match, you know, like your whole team spawns on like a base or something, and you could like sort of run around and talk and communicate and like get you know, weapons and open up packages, and there could be like good animations and like some I guess some microtransaction-y stuff if they want to. But that it could be good, like having that, like a thing, a place you can go to like sort of chill out with other players. I guess would be alright to do that type of thing.
Oh my god, yo!
And it can be during like the intermission of Battlefield, so like you know, wait 60 seconds to go to your next match, and you spawn on in like this area. What's it called?
Oh my god, they added in snipers only. Oh my
I feel
goodness.
like this is something. This is just like again, like extra, but a lot of games have been doing collaborations. Battlefield should do a collaboration with somebody. I don't know what. Be like, I do know what. Be like, they should do Godzilla. That's just me being a nerd, but they should do a collab with someone else, like with some other game. Like, you know, it's EA. They got Mass Effect. They have Dead Space. You know, they have a bunch of like games and like different titles that they could use and have like little crossovers. So
how about that?
You know. Why that bad at aiming? But what's next? So like I think like I completely agree with customization, because that's one thing that's it's heavily lacking. You know, I can't make my own player. Like, I should be able to make my own soldier, male, female, you know, height, you know, body type, like stuff like that. Like, but it's completely non-existent. And like, I hate to say, like, I'm just kind of running around as like some derpy soldier, but that's kind of like I can't customize him. He's just sort of just like, yeah, man. Like, I'm sorry, but like they're just sort of plain looking, and I want to be able to make, you know, they should make them look like real life. They didn't make them look accurate at all. They don't look like all right. So I'll give you an example. So what's the game? Not Tom Clancy Ghost Wildlands, whatever that game. Yeah. That game takes all their outfits are from real life. That's what I like about it. All of it, like every vest, every glove, it's all like real products that can be bought. You know, so I think they need to have like more real looking clothing, and this is where the whole, you know, getting clothes customization can come into play. Yeah. Because they can put real things, but then they can still make their own stuff. I don't want them to be like restricted to just doing real life stuff. but they should be slightly more accurate to what's like what things actually are.
Yeah.
So that they can just be more grounded and more believable, you know, like what's it called? But low key, I think what I kind of want is just a Battlefield that's highly like just super realistic. Like that's like in the back of my mind. Like I do want one that's sort of like just like a main game, but then I kind of want one that's just like borderline to like a simulator, like you know,
Yeah.
where it's trying to just be really good, where like you know, graphically, like everything about it is like very, you know, almost like a survival game, but it's like Battlefield, and it just has, you know, but
Yeah.
like I could see this is I could see like a older modern, so like from the 80s or from the 90s, like because like that's like sort of a weird territory, because like there weren't really phones, you know, things were just different back then, so you know, like there were computers were just coming out, like things like that were just sort of starting. So
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a little easier in the world, because like you could focus on the world. You know, I feel like I'm not gonna say making Battlefield 1 was easy, but they didn't have to worry about all technology and all these other things. They could just make a building in the middle of the wilderness and call it blank, like
Yeah.
you know, so I think I think that that would be a little different too, but
Yeah.
be like, now on the topic of vehicles, be like, now that's gonna be a big thing right there, because depending on the like what the theme is, that's gonna bring a whole thing of vehicles. Like, what type of vehicles will there be? Like,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
can I fly that AC-130 and, you know, have someone inside shooting down?
In my opinion,
like,
I don't know if there's just like only so much you can do with vehicles.
It is. It's a lot.
So, like in one hand, like I don't know, maybe they can go. See, that's the thing. Like you said, it really depends on what the heck you're.
Yeah. What are they trying to do?
Capitalize on these bulls. Alright. Yeah, it depends on what type of game you're going to be making too, like you said. So if they're making like a futuristic game, you know, I feel like it would just be so basic if every game or every vehicle is hovering. You know, I feel like
oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But then
True.
again,
I
that
agree.
would get the job done technically.
Much faster, because they could just design it and then it's like, all right, it flies. Like, I don't think I don't want every vehicle to hover. Like, I know even in Battlefield 2142, like certain, like they had VTOLs and then they had jets, and that was it. Like they had those. They had mechs, and then I think they had like those giant ships. So, but me personally, I think they should still continue the land, sea, and air.
Yeah.
I still want to see boats. I think it would be cool to be in like a big boat that has like a bunch of that can shoot guns and massive missiles to bomb on base. It would just, I think the big thing is, how do you regulate that so it's not like, it's still fun, but it's not like, you know, it needs to be able to be taken down with not with ease, but sort of like, you know, in a simple way.
No, you're right.
like they could put a carrier in the game. Like they did that in 4, so they could do that again. Like just have some type of carrier aircraft that holds ships. No, that holds like helicopters and things.
Interesting.
This is one thing I didn't like about Battlefield 3 or 4. They lacked vehicles. Like they have like jets, but they only have one type or two types. You know what I mean? Oh, sorry. What the? Yeah, they only have two types. So like you have like I don't know what they're called, like the Falcon and like something else. You know, like then that's it. Like I think it's a bunch of like modern jets out there that are like really cool that I think should be in the game. But I don't know how much money that costs to have, you know, a military jet in your game that's real. So, you know.
I feel you. Yeah.
So somehow put a wider range of vehicles in there. You know, I don't know how. Now, if it's fictional, they can do that because it's not a problem. They can just make whatever they want.
Yeah.
And make whatever they want, but I got some cookies earlier. I was thinking about making those today, but I don't know. Let me see something.
Cookies. Yeah. Oh, that nut.
Not no milk, no cookies, no nothing.
Literally.
But my true final, I guess like I guess this isn't the final. Like I could probably talk about this all day, but true like final thing. My true wish list. I want something that's like almost like Death Stranding, like that type of like like it's really open world and it's really big and vast, but you still have like military bases and buildings and things. And I'm not saying every map needs to be like super massive, but there does need to be some more like stuff going on.
Yeah.
I think that I just want like raw future. I imagine Halo fused with, well, maybe not Halo. That's a little too advanced. Suits that look like Halo. Like I love that almost like that biker helmet type design.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would take something like that because I love. I'm liking Gundam. I'm gonna reference that because that kind of reminds me. It has a similar aesthetic with like that sort of mask visor thing. I would take, because the futuristic Battlefield has robots in it, so I would like put some robots in there. There has to be some robots in the game. So
Interesting.
I don't know if I don't know what they should look like. I don't know if they should just be like 2 legs with guns. I don't know if they should just be like human looking or what, or should they be like humans or look like chickens? Like I don't know, but but that's like legit. That's what I want. I just want like robots, transformers, like that type of thing. People, soldiers inside of those tanks, jets, aircraft carriers. And lots of destruction. Like lots of destruction. Like everything needs to be able to be, every building, every like little object, like just all of it. Just it needs, like, you need to be able to like just cripple the map. Let me see. Let me play a different map. And that's it, legit. And I had another idea of just having like a stealth Battlefield game,
Hmm.
um, I just imagine like things can be destroyed in a specific way. So remember in Advanced Warfare where they had that, what was it? It was like a mute device, and it would like open up doors or ceilings, and they would plant it down, and it was like a laser, and you would put it down, and it would and break your
Oh,
concrete.
if I saw it, I would be the no. Damn.
It looks like it's like a circle device with like latches on it with like um, but I think like just to have something stealth where the stealth was in the multiplayer. This sounds really weird, but imagine like,
Yeah.
one team's objective is to like defend, there might be like 30 guys within this area, and their whole
Okay.
objective is to defend these 3 points. But the game isn't where like you're not just all running around all hype, like you can obviously run, but I wouldn't have it super where you're like just sort of infinitely running. I would have a limit, like where like your character, like just a more grounded game. But
Let's see if I can join you. Actually. If you're
okay,
still on.
let me let me find a connecting. I'm still connecting with her. But I think it would be cool to have stealth. Like Rainbow Six Siege has those ropes, right? Where you could like
Yeah.
go down. Like imagine that in
would be tough.
Battlefield, in the
That would
multiplayer.
be. I can
And,
imagine
like,
doing that on the big old
like you
Siege
could
of
like
Shanghai skyscraper.
yeah, like I'd imagine like you join the match and it's like your mission is to take the intel, and they drop you out of a
That-
you jump out of a ship, and you stealthily have to infiltrate, and it's online, so everyone's still playing, communicating and crap. And
That's
like
one thing I think would be tough too. I'm not
like
go ahead. Go ahead.
we're all just together, like we're like, all right, like go left, um, and like just have it be like the game should be a little more coordinated, but it should be like almost like a highly realistic Rainbow Six Siege, but where like things could be destroyed. So like maybe instead of running through the door and gunning everyone down, my game isn't working. Hold on. Instead of running through the door
The squad.
and okay, all right, here we go.
If you
I'm
can
in.
see it.
Yeah, instead of
Alright.
doing that, you could maybe put C4 on the roof and drop down and like
Yeah.
drop down from the top. Like that would be tough for a Battlefield game, and just have it be still have all your vehicles, still have your tanks, your jets, whatever. But
Yeah. I think it would be tough if they had. First up, I think they should do a lot of maps where it's a lot of maps with like city based. I feel like that would be good for them because people like those maps, or like
Yes.
just kind of like man-made maps almost. But I imagine a map. It's just like a huge skyscraper that's wide and tall, and like the whole map is just floors. So it's like big. I'm talking about almost not like maybe half the size of a football field each floor,
yeah,
and it's like there's a room you can fight in, and there's like going to be an elevator, there can be stairs you can fight in, and then on top of that, you can just like grapple down to the next level. So that would be dumb tough. And then
That
like
would-
you can
yo.
like, say for instance if somebody's like on the outside part of the wall of the window, camping or something, whatever, you could just like grapple down from outside the window and bust in. That would be tough.
oh man,
And, yo,
all right, like
I gotta
be
find
like
a server.
that would be insane, bro, because I'd imagine like, all right, like there would be people at the top, and then people trying to get up, and
Yeah.
like halfway through it's like we're clashing, and then like it'll be people trying to sneak past and do
Yep.
different things and shit. Like
Yeah.
I could imagine like the like the Levolution could be like I don't know like some of the there are like bombs on some of the floors and they like no, that'd be
Yeah.
insane actually. Just like blow up some of the floors and it'll collapse on all the players. Don't say. No, that's actually messed up. You're just like
Yeah.
No, but
The whole building.
yeah, but wow.
Wait, hold on. I'll
Building.
be right back.
Okay. Instaban. Yeah, but what else? Yeah, stealth battlefield game. That would be that would be super epic, bro. But it would definitely just have to be more grounded in reality, more realistic. This game has a cartoonish vibe because it doesn't specifically follow. I guess it kind of follows real life, but not really. Like those windows should crack. Like I don't know, like small. It's like a bunch of small things that need to be changed to make the game like really good. So I hope that's what the next Battlefield has. Battlefield 6. Let me look this up. Battlefield 6. I never saw anything on it. I never really looked it up. Battlefield 6. Battlefield hints upcoming. Oh no, that's not it. Battlefield 6. Let's see. Hmm. 2021. Oh crap! I don't have a. Dang. But yeah. Let me still try to talk about this, but pretty much I had another thought about the stealth about a stealth Battlefield game. I think in order for you to have like true stealth, I wouldn't say I guess get rid of your map. I would put the map in the game rather than I wouldn't just have the map be I would put the map in the game, so like have it on like a device or like a phone or like some type of tablet, some type of device that you could pull up rather than some type of device that you could pull up rather than just that. I think they should do what Call of Duty doesn't have the have all of the have all of like the little things, all the not, I guess not the perks. Oof. Oh man. Shit. Yeah, like have like the stocks and the suppressors and just more gun customization. But yeah, I think I stealth Battlefield game really good. But like the whole goal of that game would be just to make it feel more grounded. It would still obviously have like vehicles but it would just give you more options for what to like, how to approach situations. You know, I would still have classes. I would just, I would be a little more technical with the weapons and the tools and how you use them. You know, I like the idea of giving soldiers, you know, ropes or like, you know, like grappling hooks to grapple places. I think that if they do a Battlefield game like this, it should. What? I think it should probably be. What? Like, revive me! Yeah, but I think that the game should be very. It just has to be grounded. Like, it has to. You know, I don't want something that feels like Siege, or it's like sort of not cartoony, but you know, it sort of has that vibe to it where it's like it's kind of diverging from like military. It feels more fictitious, like not real, you know. Want something that's more grounded. I think all the buildings should have like windows, you know. There should be places to hide, like the whole dynamic, the whole way the maps are set up would have to change. So I guess it would need to go from like having maps like these to having maps that are just more readable, you know. Like, this is me, but I feel like I would much rather just have buildings that that people can actually be inside of, because then, you know, it just makes the game more it just changes the whole vibe of the game, knowing that in any one of these buildings, you know, there could be somebody waiting or like watching you. So I think in order to make stealth, you have to make every building, or almost every building needs to be fully scalable, you know. So that means every build, like most buildings need, like maybe like 75% of the buildings need to have interiors, full interiors, full exteriors. You know, most parts of the buildings need to have windows. I need to be able to destroy the concrete, the drop down it from the roof. Like there needs to be more more gadgets that cater to stealth gameplay, that cater to sneaking around. Like, you know, maybe instead of you know, instead of like just blowing this up or shooting it, you know, I plant like some type of mine device that just, you know, cuts a laser hole in the wall and you take it out, or like something simple like that would be cool. Grapple. I think grapple should be like a universal thing. That's what I would do, at least. Or rather, just have different classes that just do different things. But I think the support needs to like be more vital. You know, putting up sandbags and like artillery and mortars and more types of opportunities for more opportunities for defensive positions. Like, he should be able to set up a base, like, or be able to set up a little like a tent or an area of operations, pretty much. So, oh man, woo. Low-key getting tired. I feel like I need to catch my breath. Oh man. But like, and I low-key, I see. What was that map called? It was a map in Battlefield 3 called what, like Strike from Carcand or it was like I forgot what it was called. It was like Carcand something. Oh, oh, oh! Oh my goodness, that's fucking scared the shit out of me. You know, but I sort of imagine like a desert map with like open buildings. I think that they like this is weird, but they have a 50 cal sniper in the game in this game, but it doesn't feel like it. So I would try to make each weapon serve a purpose rather than yeah. I do agree. Like I think that they still should have a lot of weapons, but each weapon should have a purpose. You know, like a distinct roles rather than just being a gun that's just a gun. You know. I would try to give each gun a different thing. So, like, I know in real life, the Scar H, you know, has a foldable stock. So I would make that an attachment, you know, where you could just fold the stock. You know, like, there's more things that should be done with each weapon. Because like, in real life, each weapon functions a little different. You know? So, like, I would try to put weapons that are distinct. And like, or you can make them distinct. Like, you know, you can add attachments to do certain things, or you know, add a specific attachment that only that gun has to fulfill a role. You know, maybe you want to make like what if you want to have like a higher caliber assault rifle, or you know, what if you want it to shoot faster, or you know, like there needs to be like little attachments like that, like just more attachments, more specific attachments for different weapons, so that each weapon feels more technical. Because you know that's what they are in real life. Like in real life, I can have a gun with a suppressor and a light and a laser sight and a scope and a secondary scope and a stock and extended magazines and an extra magazine and like a foregrip and a weird type of barrel. You know, like you can have a bunch of stuff on your gun. So I think that should be a thing where your gun gets way more modded out, way more militarized, full customization of your gun. You know, camos. You know, I think they should. I don't want like how to put it. I don't want them to go super crazy with the camos, but they do need more options for them. They shouldn't just have like nothing at all. Like they shouldn't just have like environmental camos. They should have like more types of camouflage. If it were me, I wouldn't have a lot of like different things, but I would just have like enough to where it matters. Hello? Are you here? I can't hear you. I've been just talking for a long time. But yeah. But what's it called though? Okay, let's move. But I think the one thing that kind of bothers me is that even though there's a 50 cal on this LAV, you know, I think it's a 50 cal. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't do damage to vehicles. So I think they should make all the guns need to do damage to every type of vehicle. You know, even like in real life, if I shot an RPG at the wheel of a tank, it's probably not going to be going as fast. You know, there's going to be something wrong with it. You know. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Oh! Oh! Run, nigga! Wait. Hello? J9? He's coming! Oh! But, yeah, bro. The snargus schmargus of the largus. Alright, so let's get back to that Battlefield, but hey, like, the weapons need to be, there just needs to be way more customization, bro. And I think for once they should actually take out after Call of Duty, because Modern Warfare was smart to do that, to have a wide range of weapons, a wide range of roles for each weapon, where each gun feels very distinct in what it does, rather than just having like a bunch of guns that are sort of similar across the field. You know, it's almost like PlanetSide. Like PlanetSide has each gun has a different role, even if in the slightest degree each weapon does something different. And not to say that there aren't guns like that in this game, but there aren't nearly as many. Like, you know, the F2000 and the AEK are fast shooting weapons, but they don't have any attachments. Like, I think the F2000 has like a scope, but that's it. You know, the AEK, like, there should just be more attachments and more things on each weapon. So, you know, and maybe do like, you know, just make them more realistic, I guess. What's next? So we talked about that. I literally want robots. Not Titanfall robots, but just, you know, it could be Walker mechs or something else. Something gun to me that looks like a human, but that would be dope as fuck. But you know, if they go futuristic, they have to have laser weapons and just different types of weapons. You know, Gauss weapons, like weapons that are more energy related, but may still shoot bullets. You know, I think that's where they should be at. You know, they should be at somewhere between energy weapons and still using bullets, which I like the sound of that. I think that yeah, like, definitely more vehicles. Like, no matter what era they do, if they do Vietnam, like, I don't think they should do that era, but I think like they could do after that era. I don't mind having Battlefield that's like, you know, such good destruction. I wouldn't mind having a Battlefield that is like after. So I guess after, like, you know, like in the 80s and the 90s. I don't know what was going on then, but have something around that time. One concept I saw was like, that I kind of thought of was like if you just had I guess like if the Cold War turned into World War III. Like, what if you had a game that was that? World, like, you know, it was literally that. Hello? Jaina? Hello? 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 Like, hello? I know you're in. Hello? I don't hear you. Like, what you? Wait. I got you. Don't respawn. Wait. No! No, I don't. Hello? Like, hello? 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 Let me stop. Like, is anyone there? Is anyone there? Hello? Well, hello? Hello? Hello, Governor? No, I'm kidding. But, what else, bro? But I think that what should I call it? The it's oh wait, you're good. Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest! Okay, but yeah, but this is like kind of a stupid idea. I think it's a stupid idea, but imagine having like a Civil War battlefield. I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, it's definitely possible, but I don't know if it should be made. A Civil War battlefield, just, I don't know. You're like running around, like fighting British bulls. I don't know how I feel about that. It could definitely be made, but it would have to be like accurate and like really good and stuff. But I mean, I don't know, but but I think like Cold War turn to World War III will be interesting. The only thing about that, there would definitely be lots of nukes. There'd be lots of nukes. There'd be lots of the world would. I feel like there would have to be way more destruction in the world. You know, we're like society has collapsed. You know, everything is different. You know, like things aren't. Nothing is the same anymore. Like that would be the world, which would be crazy as heck in a Battlefield game. But you know, but it would the thing about this game, it would still be somewhat modern, but they would only be using the guns pretty much after Vietnam, pretty much. So it would be in the 80s or like you know, it would be during that time period. So you know, so yeah, so they would still have those types of weapons, those types of vehicles. So it would still be old school, you know, but it would be like way more apocalyptic in nature, which would be cool as heck. And this way, they might be able to do. This is like the thing in the Battlefield, but have like a dinosaur mode. They need to fulfill that because they've always teased people with having dinosaurs in Battlefield, but they've never grown a pair to actually make it happen. So I hate to say that, but like they need to make the dinosaurs happen. You know, giant T-Rex with miniguns on its back. You know, it doesn't even have to be a real T-Rex. It could just be like a It could just be like a replication of a T-Rex, but it could be like a cyborg T-Rex with like guns on its back and like a minigun in its mouth. You know, you can have like Triceratops that shoot lasers out of their that shoot like guns out of their horns. Like I don't know, like but just pretty much have these mock the dinosaurs. These mock robotic dinosaurs that move like they obviously look real, but in the game world they would be like really, I guess, really good animatronic stuff. But you know, I think that could be done to make the that dinosaur fantasy a reality, or they could just say, hey, like. We're gonna make a DLC where, like, you know, a group of men go into the jungle at, like, you know, before or after this whole new war starts, and it brings out, you know, the nuclear war brings out the dinosaurs or something. I don't know. They could do anything with that, but I would love to just see dinosaurs in Battlefield. We haven't really seen them in that, but like it's only been we've been teased with it. But they need to make it. It needs to happen. You know, it needs to happen. It just, you know, it would be so cool to have dinosaurs with tanks, with guns, with modern, or like it could work on futuristic, but I don't know about that, Chief. But you know, I don't want them to do zombies. I think they could do it. They could do anything else. And if they do zombies, it needs to be real. Like, you know, in real life, you probably wouldn't be dead, but you probably just like lose your mind. You know, it would probably be a disease that would destroy your mentality rather than a disease that is just makes you dead. But I'm not saying that zombie isn't impossible, but I mean, I would be a little more realistic with it. I wouldn't be so I wouldn't be so sort of generic with it. Like, it's like, oh, zombies. Like, no, like, let's do, you know, let's have a disease that is like sort of makes you sort of, I guess, sort of stupid. I don't know, like makes you like act weird, you know, almost like taking a drug or like something like that. You know, have a disease that's equivalent to that. That'd be interesting. But what else? these people all moving around all weird. What are y'all doing? But what else? So I talked about dinosaurs, and if they do the dinosaurs, I want to see. Listen, they could put it into the story. They could do survival, or they could throw it into like multiplayer, where like, or just do all three. Multiplayer, I could see like, you know, you're fighting and you get some alert, you know, dinosaurs are coming, or like you get like some radio chatter, you know, like something's wrong. There's some massive creatures coming your way, or I don't know, just something like that would be cool. Yes, you may say anything, my brothers or sister. Say what you need to say. We're discussing. I'm discussing. I buzz with my friend, but I don't know if they hear me anymore. But make a suggestion. I will listen and see if it is valid to me. Yeah, this is just a discussion, just talk about whatever. But jeez, but what else though? Did he leave? But what else, man? Yeah, so I you know, I could see it in the multiplayer. It would have to be sort of an alert. I mean, I think it'd be weird if you just started off the map with a dinosaur like that. What? Like a robot dinosaur is dropped off and you get inside of it. I don't know. Like I think that's strange. I could just I could see a survival mode where like you're on an island, or you're you're doing something and they come after you, or even a mode where a group of players are playing as the dinosaurs, and or like they're like remote controlling them, and you're fighting against them. Is that a guy? Or am I just going crazy?
I need repairs. I need a mechanic. I spotted hostile LAB.
Yeah, so what else? You know, but I don't know. I kind of feel like they should have some sort of like survival mode. They've never really had a survival type mode in Battlefield. You know, there hasn't really been that. Hello? Wait, is he still here? Yeah, but yeah, what else though? Asval. Why is it like Asval? Such a weird name. Get out! You would probably die from all that force. But I think just try to make the next Battlefield more realistic. There's just, you know, and I'm playing an outdated. Like this game is outdated. You know, it's still good, but it's really outdated. And three's even more outdated, but it still maintains a good vibe. But you know, it's an outdated game, you know. I just like want they probably need to make something that's modern and up to date just to get people back into the game. You know, they've tried something new 3 times in a row. I think they did. You know that. Well, yeah, they tried something new 3 times in a row. Really 2 times in a row, but no, 3 times in a row. They tried something new 3 times in a row. You know, they did first off they did Hardline. They did World War One, which I didn't even see that coming. And then they did World War Two, which, you know, I think the World War Two could have been good, but it just wasn't really that. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, bro. Like it really isn't. It feels like a spin-off, you know. Battlefield 1 felt good. V feels like a spin-off. Hardline feels like a spin-off. They need to return to home. If the next Battlefield game comes out and it's filled with like if it just has a bad energy about it, like V did, like V did not have a good energy to it. It was just, you know, the whole launch was a mess. People were irritated about it not being accurate, and all these other things of gender and shit that like I don't care about. But you know, that kind of ruined the game, low key. That ruined the game because that initial launch hype is vital. Like that initial launch hype and like that playing the game, you know, making sure the game is actually good when it comes out. That's the most important. You know, like when I had Destiny, the biggest reason I got it was because of the hype. You know, the second reason was because I was genuinely interested in what the game offered. You know, so they need to do the same thing. Hold up, I'm about to see. They need to do the same thing with the next Battlefield. They need to go ham with the marketing. You know, they need to get some good people in there who can make the, you know, have a solid vision for the game. You know, You know, if you want to make it realistic, make it realistic. If you want to make it futuristic with lasers and crap, do that. You know, if you want to make a specific goal intention. Don't make the game just be like a loot cash grab sort of thing, because then it's more chances it's going to suck. You know, it's more chances that people aren't going to like it if you try to. I guess like pretty much just exploit people for money. You know, if you're like, all right, we're gonna do microtrans. Like when you prioritize making money over the actual, when you prioritize making money over the actual game, so when the game's sort of like meh, but like you know, like all right, like give me your money, but your product is kind of poopy. You know, that's never good. So make sure the game is good. Like Battlefield 3 was good because it had good marketing. You know, it was epic and exciting. The game was like they built up hype. They built up lots of hype. You know, so like the community was hyped and invested into the game because they had these interesting like you know, this like static like that was really cool. That was really cool, and it was different and sort of mysterious because it made you look at the game and like, oh, like it's trying to be real and this and that and all these other things. And you know, so you know, that needs to happen. The game just needs to feel more solid, in my opinion. You know, if they decide, like, they need to pick a theme and go with it. They you know, they have to have a theme in mind. You know, I felt like Battlefield 4 was low-key kind of camping off of 3, but I feel like I guess the whole theme for 4 was like, hey, like we're going near future war, like that was like the theme, I guess, for 3. But I think they just need to they need to be more with that. Next Battlefield needs to be like, you know, I hope it's good, because if it isn't, it's going to be really bad if it isn't, bro. Because I mean, in my opinion, it's been like 2 to 3 games for me, or I wasn't really invested into the game. I haven't played, you know, I didn't play really V at all. I played the beta, and it was booty butt cheeks, you know. It was just I don't know. The beta was just, I don't know. It didn't feel like Battlefield. It did not feel like Battlefield. You know, they gotta step up the character models, the animations. They need to step up the graphics, the map size. You know, what each map is for, like what each map does. I don't want to be fighting on a map that just kind of does nothing. You know, if I were them, I would add objectives to conquest so that things don't get boring, because it's like I get tired of capturing B and then capturing A and then capturing C, and then, you know, maybe have it like, you know, oh, get the hostage, hey, blow up these things. Like, have some variation to conquest, where inside of conquest there are like micro objectives just to keep things interesting. And if you want, you can add story or events or whatever you want with it, so that the multiplayer stays interesting. But it still keeps people in the same game mode, but it still stays interesting. So they need to pick a theme, and they need to go ham with whatever they do. If they do modern, you know, make it look modern. Make it look realistic. Make it look good. You know, and give it a set theme. You know, that's the most important thing. giving your game a theme, a layout. You know, how do we want our players to feel when they play this game? Rather than, hey, how can we make money? Like, no, the question needs to be, how can we? What do you want people to feel like when they play your game? You know, what is your game gonna be like? Not how much money can I make? How can we get people to buy this? Like, don't no. Like, and I get you need to make money, but making a genuine game is better than making. You know, it's better than just sort of doing it out of, you know, like just money. Like, you're just like, I need money. Like, you know, like, no. That's just like, that's not genuine, because you're just sort of, all you care about is your paycheck. You don't care about shit else. So they gotta do something else. They can't, you know, they have to make a good game, because for me it's been 3 games, and you know, I don't need to you know, I'm sort of at a point where, like, if the next Battlefield is kind of like booty, I think I might just start like really going ham on designing another game, me designing my own game. It's stuff that I want to see that a lot of people probably don't even think about. And a lot of the stuff that comes out, you know, some of it, I think, you know, it's not, it's not really what I want. You know, it's not what I want to play, you know. You know, they're good games, and, you know, they have a reputation. They're not, I guess they're sort of mediocre, you know. It's sort of like this mediocrity in gaming sometimes, and where the games are just sort of like a game comes out, but then there are games, like there are like good indie games that come out, and they're like really good, you know. And I think it's more indie games like that are really good, that just come out and are really good, that people love, rather than like a big game that comes out and it's really good. Like, you know, we are getting some good stuff. Like, there are some good things coming forward for the next gen, I feel. Cyberpunk. I don't know what the next Call of Duty is. Hopefully the next Battlefield's good. Ghost of Tsushima. It's another one called like Tokyo something. Ghostwire Tokyo, I think. So something like that. But there are, and then it was like another game. It's like I don't know what. It's like people trying to kill each other on an island. It's like I think it's like a Ubisoft game, but they were like pretty much just like black people fighting, which is like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of good to see like some more like people of color in games, like low key. But but the next Battlefield for sure, like the things that it definitely needs vehicles, and it needs destruction, it needs good graphics, it needs a set theme, it needs a set theme, it needs something that it's trying to do. You know, 3 and 4 are like connected. You know, 5, you know, like 6 needs to be like what is 6 going to be? Is 6 going to be a new game? Is 6 going to follow after 4? You know, is 6 going to be its own thing? Is it going to follow after Bad Company? Like, what is Battlefield 6 going to be? Like, that's the thing. And I'm curious to know what are they working on? Like, seriously, what are they working on? Like, I'm super curious. Like if I got the opportunity to like go out and meet them, I guess I would actually. But just to go out and see what, you know, like what like, I'm just kind of talking from like a consumer's point of view, so I don't really know what these guys do. I don't know what type of people are there. I don't know. I don't know who runs it. Like who runs like I know it's like EA. Like who runs EA? You know, why have, in my opinion, like why have some of the games recently not have been super successful? You know, like what's going on behind closed doors that's making things the way they are? You know, who's running things? Like how's the business going? Like that's what I'm thinking about when I think about, like, you know, I guess going to like these types of places in person. But it'll be kind of weird because I'm low-key kind of talking about them, like not in a negative way, but I'm just saying, like just pointing out what I think is going on, and so it's just like that. Yeah, so I don't know, but you know, and I think where some people like V may not be bad or anything, but for me, I just think that it's not even bad. It's just like, it just doesn't feel like Battlefield to me. Like, you know, I don't know. It just feel, it's something about it. Like I played it and I'm just like, this just isn't right. Like I don't know. It's an odd feeling. It kind of felt, the game itself felt kind of like, I can't say dead, but I feel like it didn't really have a soul. It was just like it was like, it looked good, but it didn't feel like Battlefield. It just felt like a game that was being made. Oh, he must be doing something. Oh! But it sort of just felt like it was there. I don't know how it is now. Like it seems like they're constantly trying to make the game better, which is a good thing. I just hope that when they make this next Battlefield, they go in with new energy. They go in with like a new objective, you know, a new goal. You know, maybe it'll be humor. You know, I don't know, but I just hope the game's like really good. And again, it's either futuristic or not. You know. So I think I've talked. Excuse me. I think I've talked enough about it. But yeah, that's probably it for now. So yeah, I might make like another type of video on this maybe, but that's it for now. Like, peace.